Yeah, eventful weekend. Tons of action on both sides of the ball. Went into the game and gave up an early goal, which was a little disappointing, but I thought our resilience and our response was fantastic. Something we've done 3 or 4 times now is go a goal down and come back into the game to earn something from it. Whether it's a win or a tie, that's still a positive outcome once you go down early. So I felt our chemistry and our team environment was really good to come back and get ourselves into the game. Great response on the corner kick by Perry to score her first goal of the year. I thought it was really good movement in the box. I thought the play before it to even create the opportunity to get the corner kick was fantastic. And that really made us move forward in the right direction. We got a sudden sort of energy. We played more aggressive going forward. We played more aggressive at the back as well. I think it was a much improved game plan than what we saw last weekend. And we were happy at that. Obviously the game didn't pan out exactly how we wanted it to, but we picked up a point, and there's something to look forward to. But everything that we had worked on during the week, especially to go and implement in the game after the chances that we didn't manage to create against South Alabama last weekend, we were happy with the progress we made in such little time going into this game. Rolling into this week, we've got a nice trip to Arkansas State, who won the conference last year and are off to a 3-1 start, so that's going to be a really exciting, challenging game for us on the road as well at their place. I think it's really going to test our character and see how we respond to different situations, being such a tough place to play. But again, I think that's one of our strengths right now is when we face some adversity, I feel like we've responded really well from it, whether it's been in the moment or the next game. Our resilience has been very, very good. So excited about that trip, and then we come home for our pink game, which is really important for our team, players, family, friends, administration. It's an important game for the year because of how many people are affected by it every single day. So we're hoping we have a good turnout. We will be wearing our pink uniforms. We'll be putting some things on the field to raise awareness for breast cancer as well. And I know it's something that holds dear to our players' hearts as well, with having so many players affected by it. So we're excited about that. 2 good challenges this week in Arkansas State and Texas State, and we're excited for it.
Coach, looking at the schedule, a lot of draws, a lot of 1-goal defeats, and a lot of those games, you're in it till the end. Mm-hmm. What do you have to do as a coaching staff and as your players to just finish?
Absolutely. That's it, right? Is we're getting the ties, or it's 1 goal, or it's late, and it's when are we going to jump that fence, right? We're so close, we're looking over it, and we're in those moments, and at any point anything could be turned around. So the thing for us is not getting caught up in the what hasn't been and what has not. It's we've got to look for those moments. So the moments that we've went down a goal and came back, if we can find ways to not give up early goals or to score first, I think that will be the tipping point. But the situations we're putting ourselves in right now, the response from the women are fantastic. They're responding really, really well. And I think the moment that it comes where we don't put us in that situation first and we get the goal first rather than the opposition, I think we'll be in good spots.
Speaking of responses, can you talk about the response the team had after conceding the penalty and Coastal going up 2-1 to able to equalize it and get that draw?
Yeah, same thing. It's we went down a goal, and all we've talked about this year is there's always plenty of time in the clock. We're always going to get some opportunities. Let's make sure we stay positive and make sure we stay resilient, keep pushing forward, don't sit back, don't be happy with where we're at. And I think we've done that really well. And for us to go ahead and get the second goal the way we did, we're really happy with the response. And that goes to our team. They responded really well. They talked themselves. It wasn't anything that we'd done as a staff. They owned the moment and they went in for it, and they got the points back, and we're really proud of them for that.
How pleased are you with the play of Haley Waterhouse at this point?
Yeah, she's been fantastic. For Haley Waterhouse, if we asked that young woman to do anything, she would do it for us. She spent some time at attacking midfield for us, and then she was at holding midfield for us. She played some forward in the spring for us, and now she's a centre back. She wins everything in the air. It's hard to get by her on the ground. She covers in behind. She knows the game. She'll go find the ball. She's physical. She's aggressive. She's a warrior. If you're going to battle, you're taking Haley Waterhouse with you, and she's been fantastic this year. We're really proud of her.
You talk about your team coming back. How hard is it for a team to do that when you've got things going your way all of a sudden you get the penalty, they get the penalty kick.
Yeah, that is the most difficult thing to do in a team sport. I think it's very easy to fall in that victim mentality. When something doesn't go your way, you blame the officials, you blame the other team, you blame something else external. But I think what we're doing a really good job of right now is looking internal, finding the things that we can control, and going and taking a hold of that in the game. And that's what's causing us to have some of those comebacks. And we're really excited about that. That's 2 games in a row now we've done that. Georgia State. And yesterday as well. So really happy with where we're at there. It's just that tipping point. If we can get that first goal and then stay pushing forward in those moments instead of having to fight back, I think that could be a turning point for us.
What do you see in the matchups with Texas State and Arkansas State, like on their side? Like, what are the advantages, and what do you feel that you guys have an advantage on them with, like, on the field, on the pitch?
So Arkansas State are really experienced. Obviously, they lost a couple of key players from last year, but when you look at their results this year and you look at how they've won their games, as the second half progresses, they score more goals as it gets closer to 90 minutes. And that just shows an experienced team. If you're finding ways to win games, if you're finding ways to score goals towards the end of the game when the clock's running out, that's going to stop your opponent having any chance of being successful. And that's where they've been really successful this year. So their experience, their knowledge, their maturity in what they do is going to be really tough to combat, especially for a young, inexperienced team like ourselves. Rolling into Texas State, they're just on a hot streak right now. I mean, I think they're 7-1-1, 8-1-1. They're playing well. They've got a new coaching staff as well. They've found a new way to be successful with the players that they've got. I've known Steve for quite a while. It's always been a competitive battle when we've played similar styles. We contrast in the game plan quite well. So that's going to be a fun game for us. It's going to be exciting. I think we both play similar styles in similar ways. And again, it could come down to the 50-50 battles and who wants to win it.
You think there'll be perhaps a little bit of edge to the fact that that's going to be a home game for you guys on Sunday?
I'm not so sure. I think it depends on what's coming in on the day. There's so many factors externally. I think playing at home is always an advantage, right? But the advantage of being away is that you're not expected to win, right? You're expected to go in there and the home team's supposed to be superior, so you can play with that little chip on your shoulder. They done that last weekend. They went to Southern Miss and won 1-0 and disrupted their play and how they wanted to dictate some things. So it really depends. All that we can do is just control us in the moment and what we're doing in those individual moments, making sure we're connecting our passes, making sure we're winning our challenges. Do we have runners in the box? Are we attacking the ball? And if we can do those things, then I think that we can control our own destiny.